Best music. I feel like it's fairly self-explanatory.
Yes.
However, Webster's Dictionary defines music
Oh
as...
no! What is this?
A bad joke.
Let's pick the best music.
So this is we are not going to pick individual tracks. We're picking
this
games.
is the game with the best music overall, as decided by us.
Best OST.
Licensed or otherwise.
Yeah.
It can be anything.
New or old.
Grand Theft Auto San
Wolfenstein II
Andreas.
credits music.
Yeah, end credits music. Best music.
I will actually say, though, there is not a lot of licensed music to talk about this year. This is almost entirely original stuff.
Yeah,
There rarely is.
Good
there any
year for
post-
original music.
Were there any post-credits raps this year?
By
Or
Mickey,
during credits?
By Mickey Rourke.
Did
Just Mass Effect. No, I don't know.
Did Knack dance over any credits? Was there a song there?
No one finished Knack.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll read the games that we have listed here.
It's the same song Groot danced to.
Also, unlike previous years when we held cell phones up to microphones, we actually brought a bunch of links this time.
We'll try that.
In case.
So I'll click on those links on my phone. And
That's right.
Yeah.
Now we have laptop speakers to use. That's going to work much better. So yeah, we might play some stuff as necessary.
I'll queue some stuff up. You just let me know.
Yeah. All right. Nier Automata, Cuphead, Super Mario Odyssey, Persona 5, Pyre, Wolfenstein II: The New Colossus, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battles, Sonic Mania, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Rivals of Aether, Splatoon 2, Yakuza 0, The Sexy Brutale, Hollow Knight, The Mummy Demastered, What Remains of Edith Finch, Destiny 2, Tooth and Tail, SteamWorld Dig 2, and ARMS.
That ARMS theme, I like it.
Yeah.
ARMS theme is
totally.
really good.
That's the best
That's
thing
one
about
of the
ARMS.
best parts of that game.
It's the only memorable part about that
Right,
game, other
and-
than Helix Man.
So now
And
we
it's not
play
even-
all the OSTs to all of those?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
And we should sit back for 6 hours and enjoy. Quiet Storm, video game music.
I cannot tell you another thing about the music in ARMS other than that menu theme, or the main
I remember
theme.
liking it, but I couldn't tell you how any of the songs went.
It's very good. What if you look? You can listen to that link, and I think it'll bring some of it back. But I do think that soundtrack is very good.
DJ Striker, give me what I need.
Well,
What you
okay.
want, man.
I just want to hear the main theme.
Starting off with
I just want to hear the main theme.
Let's hear a little bit of it, but
There's a lot of links in it.
Well, it's
Like, I
the
don't-
only one
arms
for
are at
ARMS,
the bottom.
very
so-
bottom.
Holy shit, there's like 80.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, Alex, you went nuts with that one.
Look, there's a lot of music in these games.
I agree. And a lot of that
And
was
I am
very
not
good.
expecting us to click on the vast majority of these.
Well,
And that game had really good music.
it might, there's always most music, which we usually do.
Sorry, it's much music.
It's much
Canadian
music.
channel.
That's it. ARMS music extended. Yeah, main theme.
Gotta wait for the drop.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Can you make it a little louder, just
keep going.
Oh, right, yeah.
Good bongos.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
sounds like good boxing music.
Yeah,
It is.
It really
It felt
is.
good to play with. It's good music. Like the music is
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
and I think it suits the game really well. I think when you're playing the game, it feels good to play it with this music.
But is it
alongside.
the best music? No.
I wish this was attached to a game I liked more.
yeah.
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 But that's not the
No,
category.
that's what I'm saying.
No.
The music is awesome. That's-
I think this track is awesome. I don't know that I.
There's nothing else on the
There's
soundtrack
less of
that
the
hits this way.
Silence.
necessarily.
I almost wonder if Nintendo has like a house band at this point because the instrumentation in that sounds exactly like Mario.
It does, actually.
I mean, I think they do use some of the same studio musicians, but they do have different
Yeah.
composers on these games.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Goodbye, ARMS.
What?
Well, no, that's fine. It was a good main
What?
theme. We totally agree with you on
I
that.
that's a
It's not
shame
one of the
to-
top three.
Okay, sure, but it shouldn't be the first to go either. That's
All right,
I'll
all right.
say.
We're working backward here.
I'm all hot to talk about the Mummy because we just talked about
Let's
the
do
Mummy.
it. Let's do it.
Well, get ready for it to be the second one to go.
What?
That's how this
I'm ready
works,
to kill
apparently.
a baby if you want me to.
Wow.
Well, all right, that's maybe going a
Finally.
little far.
Are we
Tell me
gonna
about the
hear it?
mummy.
Yeah,
Brad.
yeah. Just tell me about the
It's
Mummy.
all like chiptune type music, but with sick beats behind it.
All right.
How sick
how
are
sick are we
Sing.
How sick?
talking?
Percentage of sickness.
Which one did you
Okay,
play?
this is pretty sick.
Top one.
Cryptometrics.
John Carpenter stuff.
It does have a little bit of that to it.
And in terms for
Not
Wait,
John
wait.
Carpenter.
It got
That-
grimy,
okay, there it is.
Yeah.
there it is.
Turn it up a little more.
for a
Something stuff there.
Metroidvania, you're exploring. This is good.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some good bass under there too.
This is good.
This is good.
not
I
bad
would
at
just
all.
listen to this.
Yeah, totally.
It's not bad at all.
I would drive while it was raining Yeah. in the dark.
Yeah.
The bridge
Like the
was
light,
crowded.
the
Yeah.
lights coming and going.
All right, what else
Like-
we got?
The second,
That's solid.
I would wear a trench coat to this music.
the second was also very good.
All right.
Necrogenic Bloom.
I would dance like this.
Good names too.
Yeah, no, that's
Sound like a Breakfast Club Ali Sheedy kind of vibe. All right, I guess. I mean, that wasn't really what I was thinking.
Is this the second song or the same song?
that's pretty similar.
Is that a remix? Necrogen coming up next.
It looks like you have
Necrogenic
pasted this.
Bloom.
Oh no, this is the same. Oh, it's
all
the
out of
same
it. It's out of
video.
it.
It's all just
Salted
one.
Sepulchre?
But it's a different section.
Sepulchre.
Sepulchre? What is that?
Sepulchre.
It's really only used by metal bands.
Sepulchre.
You're thinking of Sepulveda or
Sepultura.
or Sepultura.
Yeah. This actually
Maybe
kind
a
of reminds me
little
of Risk of Rain a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I can see this
Which
being
had a
pretty
great
atmospheric.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good, but I do also feel like it all feels very like drivey, that kind of music.
Yeah,
That's okay. with that.
I like that
It's
music a
fine.
lot.
Yeah, but like if it's in the category of like best music, maybe it's not doing anything all that new.
It
Doesn't have to be.
this is some like
Right.
fucking
But-
Terminator driving through a rainy city type shit. Yeah.
yeah.
All
It's
right.
good. It's
I'm liking
good.
how it's
I
evolving.
like this a lot. I like this a whole lot.
It's fucking real.
All right,
good.
let's keep it on the
Very
list.
good.
Let's keep it on
let
the
me
list for
stay
now.
cool.
Absolutely.
That seems very good.
Jason, can you play the first Rivals of Aether track? Rivals of Aether is a fighting game. I play a whole lot of it, and with fighting games, you want the music to be good because it's going to be something you're hearing over and over again from the start on the same level. I feel like a lot of modern games like Tekken and Injustice will play it pretty safe with their soundtracks. It'll be like fine, but nothing super memorable. And Street Fighter always does like remixes of their character themes. I think Rivals of Aether, it has a very defined look. It's very chiptune-y. But I think the range on these soundtracks is very good. I think it matches with good fighting music, especially after the drop. And I just think it's delightful, and it matches the theme really well. I don't think it needs to stay on the list because I know I'm the only one who played it.
I've heard this a lot. It's a good tune.
It reminds me a little bit of VVVVVV.
Yeah, and just give us a taste of the second one. I'm ready to cut it, but just to show kind of the variance that we have on this soundtrack.
I do like the name Blazing Hideout.
Yeah. Rivals of Aether is also just a good title.
That's a bad hideout if it's on fire.
No, they're blazing at the hideout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a drug
This one has a pretty good drop.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is definitely a fighting game stage ass track.
There it is.
Yeah, this is good.
So yeah, it's good, like 8-bit esque video game music. Like they did a really good all the levels kind of. So the gimmick of the game is each of the animals has an element they're tied to, and then each of the stage they're from kind of showcases that element. This is the like smoky mystery character. I feel like they do a good job of kind of matching that up when applicable.
Yeah.
Like the watery theme sounds like water stages,
Right.
from video games.
Sounds just like
It's worth
water.
checking out.
All right.
Jason, I really like the menu track from Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus. If you want to click that link, the first one that under Wolfenstein.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Please play that song
That's
that you just described.
My favorite of the
I
year.
remember Wolfenstein. I'm sure it'll be exactly like I remember.
It's very good. I would say the best music of the year, maybe.
Oh, I remember this, yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's not.
Record scratch.
Wait for the drop. Hold on.
Yep.
Wait. No, it's coming.
Is this the ad? This is the ad.
We're not gonna take it. Listen to this.
Dan, what is this?
Is it-
Brad ruined my joke because he saw that I was messing around with the Google Doc.
I'm sorry you ruined your own joke by not covering your tracks well enough.
Dan,
I
you're
wanted
not
to save
good.
the real links. I was trying to be nice.
Skullduggery is not really your thing.
You could have easily hidden that link somewhere else.
Dan's trying to, yeah.
Want to
What
make
the
you
rest
mad.
of the
That song
Giant Bomb Crew
sucked.
doesn't know is
Or-
that Dan has replaced a link with Tropical Freeze.
I don't
Best
think.
music of the year.
So wait, are we taking Rivals of Aether off?
I think we
so.
were.
Are we?
yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
If you guys are fine with that,
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I think it was good.
Good, but yeah.
It seems good. Knowing some of the other stuff on this list,
Sure.
Can we actually play the Wolfenstein one? 'Cause
that is really
hang
good.
on, let me, before we start it. I actually don't think so. People fucking love Mick Gordon, and I think his stuff is really awesome in
He
context.
is an amazing guy.
Like he also did Doom last year.
Yeah, I
he
think
did-
Doom was awesome.
He did
Yes.
the previous Wolfenstein game. what I mean is, like, I think that stuff works really well when you're playing the game, and then I never really remember it when I come away from it.
Yeah.
Like,
And I feel like-
it blends really well
Yeah.
with the types of games he scores.
And I feel like I felt that way the most about this game
Right,
in
like
particular.
I don't remember much of the music from the game.
Yeah.
It all works fine when you're playing it.
And
but-
the only time I do remember it is that just atrocious cover that plays over the
yeah,
credits.
and that is a huge black mark.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, if we are talking about these games as best music of an
whole.
entire game,
Yeah.
that end credit track is bad enough to scrub it.
Absolutely.
From non-music
That's pretty
categories
bad.
almost.
So
like,
let's listen, appreciate, and then delete it from here
that
forever.
said, this is the best title screen music.
It is very good.
Maybe ever.
Whoop, wow.
Wait.
What? I don't know.
Have you played Rad Gravity?
Really
Yeah.
fucking good. You ever play Luft Rousers?
Oh yeah.
God, Love for House
Yeah.
is so good.
You ever played Nidhogg 2?
Yes.
I forgot the slow build up here.
Yeah,
I don't know if I ever
It's the
spent
build.
that much time on the
Yeah,
menu.
I don't know that I've
I'll
ever
tell
heard
you
of
after this, but yeah.
I left this menu running for like hours at a time.
Yeah.
This song really didn't do it for me.
There it is.
Honestly, I remember
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
for me when the menu was on, I was like, "It's too loud!" Like,
Oh, God.
shut up! I'm
I
trying to.
wanted to shoot Nazis when I heard this.
Dude, yes, this sounds like fucking Nazi dystopian global
Yeah,
domination.
yeah.
The game, like,
Yeah, that's
it's,
fair.
This is very good.
I could also see this being in the trailer for a Transformers movie.
No.
I absolutely could.
Prime, and I'm here to finish the
And then it's just like
Stop
slow
playing that
motion
trailer.
with like explosions behind
Yep.
him,
It's got to be slow mo. Oh,
and like
yeah.
like two robots punching each other.
Take it.
This seems like generic movie music
no
to
way.
me.
I like that. I think it
I
is
agree with
good.
Ben.
I think it is good. It's maybe the
it's
only
fine.
piece of
It's
music that
like,
stood
like,
out to
like
me in
I
that
said,
game.
yes, it is the one song from that game that I
Yeah.
actually remember.
I-
But I
I-
fucking love it.
I don't know. Like I like it. I like it too. Like
Yeah.
but
Calling that
it's-
generic movie music is really
I think
selling it
that's
short.
yeah.
That's-
Okay, it's good. It's good movie music. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I definitely could be like a really fucking good Castlevania game tune, like opening to like just a dark
Yeah.
castle.
Yeah. We can't keep evoking Transformers.
I think for me as menu
That's my go-to
music,
burn.
Yes.
do it. Like
yes.
I feel like that would come on the menu and it'd be like too much. Because I feel like I want better idle music than like something that's like, God, this is loud and like
getting
too
too old,
intense. Thank you.
I believe in the wall of
Finally.
sound.
Is the music getting louder?
It's intense.
What
It's
did
too
he just
intense
say?
for menu music.
What did BJ say? Who's that guy?
He said he thinks he's dying.
Why is he dying?
He's hurt bad.
I'm gonna use the bathroom up here.
So
Okay.
if we're going to talk about in-context music that is generally very good, but is maybe not something that ever really stood out to me in a meaningful way while I was playing that game, maybe we should talk about Breath of the Wild.
That's kind of why
I know. I feel like Breath
I don't
of the
think
Wild
it's gonna
is so
hang,
sparse.
but that's what I love about it. I
I
feel like
also
it's
love
like
that.
it is like a kind of a bold choice to make it
Yeah.
as spare and
Yeah,
like,
I think that's actually maybe one of my only complaints about Breath of the Wild.
dude, I
is
love
that.
that. I think
No,
it's
because like
amazing
I
that they-
associate Zelda with like my favorite tracks
Right.
in video game
I
history,
know,
like
but
Ocarina and everything.
I get
like-
it, but we've had 30 years of that.
I know, but I want more of it.
I think
I-
for me, I think they did those moments of Zelda, the music that feels like Zelda, felt like Zelda in a new way, but it was sparse in a way I really liked. But I
Yeah.
think that maybe makes it not best for this category.
I think
it's
I
just
don't think
it's
sound
gonna.
design,
I don't think it's gonna
maybe.
win. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
sparse in a way
very
that when they do
Yes,
use the
absolutely.
music, like the music
feels
is
impactful.
used incredibly well.
There is
Exactly.
one
Some of
point
the best use of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
after you do the Rudo dungeon, when all of a sudden there was no music there before, or it was really light. They do the Dragon Roost music from Wind Waker, but like a different version of it, and that's the best part in the game as far as music goes.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yeah, that part's great.
Jason, can you click the
I like
show
this.
to show
Wow.
more?
Also, this conversation's so intense with this music behind it.
Do you see where it's got like the list of tracks?
This is the part of
No.
Transformers where he's giving his big speech.
It's on the YouTube.
or
YouTube
dead.
page.
Kill
This is when like
one.
the president is shaking a
Kill
Transformer's
all.
hand.
No, his hand would be too big.
This is the part where somebody's presenting like a piece of Optimus to like his human best friend, and it's just like he would have wanted you to go on. Elliot,
I just
you
don't
have
know
to
if I
take
could
the
do
And
it.
then he
Cyber
just puts
Soul.
that piece onto his car like
Yeah.
the,
But it's the part at the end of the movie where they're putting, they're giving the
this is it.
Transformers the key to the city or whatever, and they're
Right.
like, as they're walking off stage, like, transform and roll out.
And then Mike Shinoda starts rapping.
yes, exactly.
Which one is this, Brad?
This it's just like two notes. Like it's like a melodic and super sparse and austere.
It's
and
very
like,
cool.
This is the one thing about it that I like so
I would
much.
actually I think talking it out more, I would consider keeping it on the list. I think just how the music is used.
Yeah, you see
is
what I mean?
So
Like, it's
well
just
done.
these little trills and
Right.
stuff here
I
and
think
there.
it's-
I'm with Dan though. Like Zelda to me is these big sweeping like moving pieces of music.
Incredibly memorable music.
Does it not have that? Because there's like a whole list of tracks.
I mean,
here.
I think the Rito
honestly,
Village
It doesn't
stuff
have
is
it in
my
the
favorite.
same way that previous Zelda
Rito-
games.
Or
do.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
like Link Between Worlds
Is it,
was
is,
like
it, is, it just the lack of an
Oh,
overworld
yeah.
theme?
yes.
No, it matters
well,
that because other
as long as
games.
This is the overworld.
I mean,
theme.
Ocarina of Time didn't have the overworld theme, and
Yeah.
that still has amazing music.
Like
Maybe the
Ocarina of
best.
Time totally has
not
an overworld
the
theme.
standard. Dun, dun,
But it has
dun, dun,
an
dun.
it has an
Yes, there is
overworld
music in Hyrule Field.
My,
Yeah.
my feeling toward it is that it's not the sparseness of it. It's not the lack of like one big signature track or anything like that. It's just that they made a thing that is designed to sort of very lightly underpin what you're doing in the
totally.
game, and it works there.
It's very effective.
Similar to the Mick Gordon thing of like it works totally in the context of
Yes,
the game, but
yes.
is not a thing I ever want to listen to outside of
Yeah.
that.
Coming away from a Zelda game without a lot of memorable new tracks was kind of a bummer to me. In a game where everything else blew me away.
Yeah.
I think it is a very good candidate for something like best sound design. But I think as far as like this is music I want to take away from this game or whatever, maybe not so much.
Jason, can you play that link I just put in Zelda, please?
Oh, and Zelda. Okay.
Yeah, could you just
Please do.
check that one out for a sec?
Yeah.
This should stay on the list.
So good. Can you just play that one more time?
Yeah, like one more time.
What? Oh, is this cooking?
Oh, when you're going, yes.
Yeah.
How did you not immediately recognize that?
Oh, I recognized it. I couldn't remember the context.
Okay.
Is that the only time Link has ever vocalized in his entire life?
I don't know.
No,
he
No,
goes,
he's like-
oh.
Yeah,
Like when he
so.
falls really far.
Yeah, okay.
He's the
Oh, yeah.
he's the gruntiest boy.
Yeah, he loves to grunt.
he likes to hum when he's cooking.
I'm the gruntiest boy. You take that back.
No, Link
Tim
to
Allen
Toby.
is the gruntiest boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that mod exist?
That was a
Or
good
Skyrim or something?
That was a good pull.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of other really good stuff on this
Yeah.
list.
Yeah,
I
my
would like to
thing.
talk about Persona 5.
People aren't feeling it.
I feel like we should maybe get through some of the less heavy hitters before we do that, though.
Yeah.
To know what those games are going to go up against. Because there's like 3 or 4 on here that I feel like are incredibly strong.
See, my reasoning was we could hit like 3 tracks now and then 3 tracks later. But go ahead, we can skip
Let's
around.
come back to that one in a little bit.
Can I? Man,
Wait, one of the Splatoon tracks is called Endolphin Surge.
That actually might be the best one.
That's a good name.
if that's the one I think it is, then yeah. Man, the Splatoon 2 soundtrack is very good.
Yes.
It is.
Like the rest of the game, it is very good. But I like looking at the other stuff and knowing what some of this other stuff sounds like. I don't. think
Can you
we
pull
did.
up Endolphin Surge, please?
I also thought it was weaker overall than the first.
first
Is it
one?
the same style?
The same style, but like less memorable. Still really good.
Yeah, I like this.
It's very good. As someone who absolutely loves Splatoon 2, I think that there are some stronger candidates. I think it's more of the same,
Yeah.
which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think the other one is incredibly good.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite soundtracks.
I would
Yes,
also
but-
add, it's also worth noting that they didn't, when they were doing updates for this game with the 2.0 update, they were actually adding more music to that
that's
game. Like the bottom 2 on here, Shipwreckin' and Broken Coral are both DLC that come with the 2.0 patch.
Oh, cool.
Maybe just give me Shipwreckin'. Give me that one real quick.
Shipwreckin'? All right,
yeah.
give me a sec.
An apostrophe.
Hope it's just shipwreck cursing.
It's like Splatoon Pirate Punk.
Okay.
Yeah!
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
This is fucking what was that band? What's the like? Never mind.
Okay.
Are you thinking of Flogging Molly?
No, I'm.
This is good.
Like, the thing I like about Splatoon and Splatoon 2 is that they span, like, weird genres in that game, and they get really strange with it in a way that, like, Nintendo's been doing more of that. Like, even Mario Kart 8 had some really kind of strange stuff
yeah.
in it,
Yeah.
and, like, Mario, like, when we talk about Mario this year, like, there was some really neat stuff in there. Like, they are letting their composers cut loose in a way that they haven't in up until the last couple of years, and I think Splatoon is, like, one of the best examples
I feel like
of that.
Splatoon is like the vanguard for that in a
Totally.
lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like Splatoon
Yeah.
1 soundtrack is like fucking mind blowing.
It's like singular, too.
Yeah.
There's,
was
like,
thinking of
nothing else
Go-Go
that sounds
Bordello.
like it. Like,
Until
there,
Oh, that's
now.
it, okay.
I like Go-Go
there have been a few others I feel like, oh, this sounds sort of derivative of this other thing. Not in a bad way. It's a good thing. But
Yeah.
Splatoon is so
it fits the
specific.
world. Like it,
Yes.
you know, it's part of its cohesive style. Like you
Yes.
know, like it is such a stylish game.
Before we cut it loose, can I just hear "Don't Slip" for like a few
I
seconds?
might want to hear "Incoming" too if it's the track I think it is.
I think that's
'cause
like
there's-
it's the intro song.
yeah. I think that might be.
All right,
the
let's
one.
listen to that one. That's fine.
Yeah, this is the one I
Yeah.
really like.
It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, like removed from the context, I probably wouldn't listen to this a lot, but like it just plays so well in the game.
Yeah.
Like they invented a genre of music, squid
Yes.
punk. Like
Yeah.
they made it like feel like it contextualizes within like the weird squid world that these teens fucking inhabit.
This is the most like identifiable as like the second you hear any of these tracks, it's like that's the Splatoon track.
Totally.
It doesn't sound like anything
Absolutely. I mean, maybe we can keep it around. I think the only negative to the soundtrack is that it's more of the first soundtrack, which is
Yeah.
already incredible.
else. Yes.
I do think they get a little weirder with this one in some places. Like it
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. It is definitely in keeping with the first game.
Good music.
Very, very good music.
I never really liked Splatoon.
I'm with you. Okay. I was angry the year that Splatoon won Best Music.
It fucking deserved it that year.
Oh, wow.
I am okay.
Well, Vinny doesn't have good taste, so
Yeah, I
we
know. My
Low
Standards are garbage.
If there's more enthusiasm for other games, Splatoon 2 is one I'm willing to cut loose.
Not yet.
yeah.
Brad's
Not
already
yet.
deleted it.
Oh, somebody said to. What?
I said I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
but-
that's good. I
Well, I
There are other
definitely.
games.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it
think
cracks
that
top
I don't
three.
think it'll be top 3 because there are so many other good ones, and because Splatoon 1, it's Splatoon 1.
yeah. No, I think that's fair.
Alex, what are we looking at for Yakuza 0? I played or watched somebody play all of that game. I can't remember. I divorced from the gameplay, the music.
The thing with this, and we don't have to spend a lot of time with this one. It's a very large soundtrack.
There's a lot of songs on here.
Yeah. Again, there are 90 songs on that soundtrack. This is just what I cherry picked, but like they use music incredibly well in that game. Like not just to underpin the action and like the sort of like dramatic scenes, but like you get different music depending on what fight style you're using when you play that game.
This
Some
is
of,
cool.
some of these names are really good.
Do you know the name of the one where it sounds like music that would play when Waluigi's walking down a street? Because that was my favorite track.
why?
I don't know that.
Why was that your favorite? I'm just
I
curious.
don't
really
think,
good,
I
wacky
don't think I
music.
found that one when I
damn
was
it.
digging through stuff. Unfortunately,
That was one
That
of
was
my
like
favorites of
the
the year.
weird, funny quest music, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's a funny
yeah.
quest.
But also, like, there's also stuff like the dance club where you're playing a rhythm game and you're watching Kiryu like dance to these really cheesy pop songs, and then there's like also the karaoke stuff, which actually we might need some video accompaniment for one of these. But yeah, like the
Not sure that I
bottom
can do that,
two there are both karaoke songs where they're playing, and it's just like it's all really good. It's all really good.
I found the one Dan was looking for. It's the last link there.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's give Dan his Waluigi music at
I
least.
googled
Really
Yakuza
good.
0 Waluigi, and sure enough, somebody titled this.
No, that's 24 Hour Cinderella.
That was the last
That's
one on
also-
there.
It's the one below it.
That's a good video.
24 Hours Cinderella
Yeah.
is such a good name.
Yeah, that's one of the karaoke songs, and it is great.
It's not fair. Japanese music has really good names.
Okay, yeah. This
Yeah,
is
that's
pretty
it.
good.
This sounds like rejected Toe Jam and Earl music.
Yeah.
Can't you just picture him? I was like,
Can you just pull up Judgment?
causing trouble?
I'm getting rid of this song.
Oh,
pull up
that
Judgment.
See, now that's where you should have dropped in the Tropical Freeze.
Oh, next year.
I should also mention that for the karaoke songs, the actors who play those characters are singing along with
Yeah.
these, including Judgment.
This just sounds like New Japan entrance music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Tanahashi's coming out.
Yeah. But like the royalty-free
This
version
reminds
that
me of
they play
Mystical
over the
Ninja starring
street.
Going On in a good way.
All right, so the tapping and stuff.
Yeah,
is the
because
player
this is
karaoke
taken
stuff.
from the gameplay.
I like this.
And this game also takes place in the 80s, so
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
probably important to know.
I don't know. This doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, like without the video,
It fits the vibe of
I
like
think,
80s
yes,
J-pop,
sure.
like all that sort of stuff. Like it fits it really well.
Right.
But
I don't think
that
it's
stuff only
doing-
goes so far.
Yeah.
I'm totally willing to accept that this is another case of the context of the game very much matters.
Right, which I think is important, but I think there
yeah.
are games where the context matters and it suits the context, but also I would listen to this in my car. I don't have a car, but you know what I mean.
You should get a car. You can listen to music in it.
Okay, can I expense a car?
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's on tape.
Okay, great.
Sonic Mania has a lot of pretty good music. It never like
So are we cutting Yakuza? Do we feel okay about cutting it? Is that where we're at with this?
I don't know if anyone feels as enthusiastically.
I
as
like
I
to
do.
hear
more
I
from
liked
that.
it a lot.
As someone who's never heard it, I'm liking the tracks I hear, but like,
I have 3 other
I'm
things on this
liking it.
list I would rather keep.
me too.
Yeah.
I think so
Yeah.
too. That's fine. It is an awesome soundtrack.
It is.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite parts of that game.
Jason, you want to play Studiopolis? This is probably the strongest track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely the.
From which game? I'm sorry.
Sonic
Mania.
Mania,
There we
the
go.
first one.
I'm
I like how they do their remixes on
Yeah,
the
the
1,
second
2
level,
on the
yeah.
second level. That's a really neat gimmick. This year's actually been really good for like weird remixes between the Mario 8-bit stuff and the Nier 8-bit
Yes.
stuff and the Sonic tracks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
Some of this definitely sounds like Sonic 3 Michael Jackson produced, like
yeah.
It's
weird
very hard
voice
to hear this
samples.
without just like sploing.
Yeah.
Doing, doing, yeah.
Losing your rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good tune.
This is very good.
Oh, you know what? Another one.
This level's not bad either.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like the new ones were great. Like I like going through like Chemical
Yeah.
Plant and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
The new levels
The
are
new
really
levels are-
good.
yeah.
It's really surprising.
Yeah. I think Resident Evil had more surprising music.
In that it had some.
Do you want to hit the next one, Jason? Just so we can get another Sonic.
Another Sonic Jam.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Sonic?
Surprising.
It's good.
It's very surprising.
The music's very good.
Yeah, the weird voice samples.
Yeah.
It's very Sonic 3.
Yeah, it's like very like evocative of the Genesis, the way
Yeah.
that they use sounds, you know, some of those samples and stuff like Streets of Rage and
Yeah,
stuff too.
which I
Like,
love Genesis music and sounds.
great.
It's so
Yeah.
weird. Really springy.
Yeah.
Is springy a verb?
It's yes.
You know what I mean.
Springy,
when I
yes.
say
It has a
that.
Y on the
Yeah,
end,
I know
so
what you're
it's-
saying. All right.
Lots of people bobbing their
Yeah,
heads.
I think they do.
I like it.
They do a really good job of like
La-da-dee.
evoking the Genesis sound without being like incredibly devoted to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like they branch out in a way that it's not just like, hey, we pulled that FM synth chip and made some shit with it. It's its own thing, while still.
This is I'm liking this more than I remembered.
Yeah,
like hearing
yeah,
these now.
very good.
I threw these 2 on quick because they were the 2 I remembered, but
yeah.
I mean, I think it's a very good soundtrack, and it's probably one of the best Sonic soundtracks.
Yeah.
That said, I think Sonic music has never been my favorite part of those games, so I'm maybe a little less enthusiastic about it. But I that stuff's fun. It's bouncy. It's good.
I'm okay to leave it for now.
Can we play a song? We don't have to, but I do like the Dream Daddy theme. It's not on this list because I don't think it'll hang forever, but I think it's very good.
I can play it if you put it in that doc.
I put the link at the bottom.
Who put Mario and Rabbids here?
I did.
Is that?
How dare
I feel
you.
like I don't remember the Mario and Rabbids.
I don't
music
either.
at all.
It's actually really good orchestral stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
very charming.
Well, hang on.
Here's your Dream
Let's not
Daddy.
get ahead of ourselves.
We gotta wait for the drop.
Just every rose has its thorn.
Yeah.
Their lyrics.
This one goes out to
Good.
a very
Good.
special lady.
It's very,
My
actually
mom.
very funny.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
To all the mothers out there.
Delilah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm horny.
I mean, that's it. I don't
Did it-
think
did
it'll
it
win
drop?
overall, but I do think it's very good.
Yeah, I think it's very good.
I would also like to just throw a quick shout out to the Night in the Woods soundtrack, which is very good, but I did not put on here because it's similar to Zelda. It's all very good in the context of the
Yes,
game, but
yeah.
And while we're down there at the bottom of the dock like this, I think we could probably cut SteamWorld Dig 2. The track I linked in there is very good. The rest of the soundtrack is a little less. It's a little more uneven. There's some really good stuff in there, but the town music
Oh yeah,
in
the sound music's good,
SteamWorld
yeah.
Dig 2 is really great.
Wait, is this not the title screen music?
No, this is the title screen music. You need
This
track
is?
6.
Title screen music is also pretty good.
Yeah.
Coming.
Sounds like it's playing off
Yeah.
a tape deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
remember
right.
this,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a fantastic track and perfect for town music. Like
Yeah.
you're going back there all
Yeah.
the time and
Yes.
you're happy to be there.
This game was really cool.
Yeah.
I need to play it.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff was great.
Yeah.
I think I have 3 other things that I like better on here.
Totally, yeah. And I would even say when you take the full SteamWorld Dig soundtrack into account, like it's not. Yeah. It is not all as good as that. That is the best track.
What a great game, though.
But yeah, it's a great game.
The only game on here that doesn't have any links with it is Destiny 2.
I just threw it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was like that techno-y music. I don't remember where it is, but that stuff's so good from Destiny 2.
Techno music.
There's like some weird techno-y stuff.
Is it in? It's in the
it's
water.
in some of the strikes.
Titan,
I don't
right.
remember.
It's in the Titan strike. I think I know what you're talking about.
Brad, you look genuinely, I don't know, if disheartened or confused. Bless you.
So confused.
I think the Destiny 2, just even main theme, like Destiny 2 is a score. It is. Destiny 2, I think like they've pieced together the music across that game really well.
Incredible that they could do this without a beetle attached.
Right. And without Marty O'Donnell attached.
Yeah.
That's where it gets weird for me, because it took me a long time to warm up to the music in that game because it was not Marty O'Donnell, because it was not that style.
I think it is better than a lot of the other Bungie
I would
music.
not go that far, but it's very good in its own right, is what I mean. Like once I got over the hump of like, this is not what Destiny 1 sounded like.
I don't know. The lack of Paul McCartney really bummed me out.
It's true. Yeah, it's hard to come back from that. I mean, that guy's a Beatle. Yeah.
I totally agree with what you mean about it being a score. Like they establish and then reprise themes in a lot of different
and they use it really well along the way too.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but I don't think it's the most memorable.
I mean,
I couldn't really pull anything out of it other than the main theme as something I could remember without having it all in front of me.
I like that one techno song. I don't know what it's called because they're all weird names.
But
it's called "Pump It Up" by Technotronic.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's it.
There still aren't enough French horns in that game, though.
Never enough.
I'm going to take a SteamWorld 2 off, right?
Yeah. Go for it.
What did people want to say about Mario Rabbids?
That Grant Kirkhope is a motherfucking baller.
He really is.
He does the music.
Dude, he did on that one. Yeah, he did the music, and it sounds like that game is Mario. Just listen.
Is this the donkey?
Okay, this does sound like Grant Kirkhope.
Turn it up.
Yeah, I actually really did like the music.
I'm gonna throw another track in there.
The song, the boss fight, like that's maybe more.
One?
That's maybe more of a best moment thing. But yeah, the Donkey Kong one, and then also the opera thing.
Oh yeah, the opera one's so good.
Like that's
so silly and good.
It's amazing, but like that's almost like a full moment and less about the song itself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that song is incredible.
Yeah,
the like that song is that World 4 or
3?
Hang on a minute. It sounds like Viva Pinata.
Yeah,
a little bit,
a little bit. Dude, like it literally is Mario themes filtered through like Viva Pinata instrumentation. Like
they did a good job of like honoring the theme while it feeling new and like exciting and good.
Like he's got a style, and it's in evidence here, and it's a really nice mix. But I could see if it.
Ben, which track did you just pull? Which one is it?
The Donkey Kong.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna pull the
opera one. Is funny.
Like Grant Kirkhope's take on Donkey Kong music is pretty
like
fucking
getting
rad.
Grant Kirkhope's take on Mario music in general is why I like this.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like it's maybe more nostalgic than good, but it's still good.
But it is good.
It's
yeah,
good.
that's the thing.
It is
just like
good.
Way too epic for Donkey Kong music.
Oh, but it's great.
No, I love
the
it.
boss
Yeah.
fight.
It's very good.
It's also probably my favorite boss fight in that game.
This other song has lyrics and is
I forgot about this
lyrics
part.
are really good.
Yeah, I didn't get there.
I didn't
either.
It's a giant ghost who rips into fucking Mario.
like he
He's
is
an opera
just
ghost.
fucking going in. This is
Wait, is it? Are you saying it's an operatic diss track?
yes.
And he has like a little phonograph and a bubble under his butt. This is like some Great Mighty Pooh stuff.
Oh my god.
Who's
This
that?
is so good.
Great Mighty Pooh? Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Are you fighting while this is happening?
Yes.
or-
Yeah.
It's like
no.
a
It's like
cutscene.
cutscenes between the fights.
But he is also singing sometimes while you're fighting him.
Wow.
While screaming, Mamma Mia, who leaves me grey and grim. Oh, what does Peach see in him?
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's amazing.
Man, I don't want to hear any more of this because I want to play it. I wouldn't be surprised to like find out that he has always dreamed of writing an opera or something like that.
That's so
the
amazing.
way that track keeps going, and he's like,
It's on Mario
sick,
Kart
yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
sick burns on Mario Kart, and like the nature of Mario, and him not speaking like top to bottom. It is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because also it's like the only spoken thing in the game.
Yeah.
It's something you'll never get in a Mario game.
my
Like
God.
it's a Nintendo
Yeah,
Mario
no,
game.
it is like this intense commentary on the nature of Mario in the middle of this fucking boss fight, and
That's
you're just
really
like,
cool.
my god.
That's awesome.
I mean, that is like the standout by far, but like the whole soundtrack is like, at its worst, still very pleasant and enjoyable and charming.
Man, I'm won over.
That's really
I
good.
just fucking really like Grant Kirkhope a whole lot.
That's fair.
It's
good.
really good.
He once toured with Van Halen.
It's true. Really?
Yeah.
See, that's one thing I can't say.
Is Hollow Knight enough to stay on here? I don't really remember
I don't
it.
think
It has
I
really
like
nice.
Hollow Knight a lot,
it has
but-
nice, lovely music. I enjoy it. That and Sexy Brutale and Edith Finch are just the full soundtracks in one video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is Hollow Knight?
It's good,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was that memorable. I love the sound design in Hollow Knight a lot.
Yeah.
Like people like murmuring and like all the clicking and everything.
I like the mood, right?
Yes,
Like, so, like,
exactly, yeah.
And I think the music is good for setting that mood. But yeah, I'm totally fine with it not being in long term consideration here.
I think it's very good, but like I think we have.
I think
don't
Sexy
think it's top
Brutalis as well. The soundtrack sets the mood very well for that game. It's also very good.
Was that Sexy Brutal that you just played?
No, that was Hollow Knight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, pull up Sexy Brutale. Just
You got to
real
play
quick.
the theme. This.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Just wait for it.
That's good.
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
got a
Very good.
good fucking beat to
Yeah.
Yeah.
it. And like the whole game, like it's variations on that theme throughout the game.
It all sounds like Roaring Twenties flapper type
yeah.
stuff.
This is real.
Because that's what it is. It's like set in a like a casino.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say this is like a third of the way to One Night in Bangkok, and I'm
It's
really
very
excited.
close. Yes, yes. I get my kicks above the waist, sunshine.
Isn't there like some scatting over this? Isn't
There
Well,
could
there
be.
could be. Let me bring out V and J, the Scatmaster duo. Take it away.
hold on.
Yeah.
Video
They
Kim
scat
control
from
scatting.
both ends.
Finally glad that made it into the recording. Now get some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you
Wait,
need to
is
see a zero?
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. It's cool. Like that's a cool soundtrack.
I just like this
Now I don't
throughout.
want to cut it.
I know, but is the rest?
I just
as-
that's the
I
only-
think the rest
I
is-
didn't finish the game.
I got very deep into it. Again, it's variations on this kind of theme. Like
Yeah.
it's all pretty good to great, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily in my top three.
Yeah.
I guess yeah. I don't know if
I
it'd
guess
be my
like that's
top
the thing is
three.
when I start looking at the other games on this list, like it's really going to be hard for.
right.
Like we're talking, I really think we're talking about one slot open here.
Yeah, I'm gonna play. We should just play the Tooth and Tail thing so I can say what I want to say about it.
Okay.
Which is that it all sounds like Russian folk music.
I'm
which is
gonna
really
at least
appropriate.
cut. I'm gonna cut Hollow Knight here
Okay.
at least.
I do really like the.
This is fucking wild.
Dude, right?
Is this Tom Waits?
It just sounds like
Tom Raps.
It sounds like
Okay.
the soundtrack of the Revolution, which is what this game is about. You know, like it's so appropriate for the material. But
Like it's an incredibly dark game.
it's very
and
dark.
it's-
Also, it's Austin
yeah.
Wintory. Like he is so fucking prolific. He is
Yeah.
all over the place and does so many different things and does them all really well. Yeah, like
It's
that
a
was
weird
wild.
sounding thing. Yeah.
Not all of it is like that. Like some of it is a little more orchestral, but
Right.
it's real good.
I would put What Remains of Edith Finch in a similar camp to the other stuff we've talked about. Like, it is incredibly good at evoking the kinds of emotions that those little different vignettes in that game are meant to evoke. I can't say that any one track really stood out to me in that game.
I don't really remember it even.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, like, kind of just, very haunting sort of
Yeah.
strings and pianos, and, there are times when it gets maybe a little bit more out there, but it is kind of variations on this.
Bumblebee. I just don't know if
Like,
I
just
can
skip
go
ahead
on.
a little further.
I don't know if I could.
No!
I don't know if I've got it in me, Bumblebee, to avenge Optimus.
I was once a car.
Wait, Bumblebee's one of the ones that doesn't talk.
around forever.
That's why. Then it's sad.
You
Bumblebee.
must go on.
So your knowledge of Transformers knows no bounds.
Then Bumblebee turns into a snake over the course of it. Yeah. He's going, once a car.
Can I take a wild guess that the first 2 games on the list are the 2 games that
Let's talk about
not
that.
necessarily.
Jeff had in mind?
Yes, those were the 2 I had in mind. Like I think we're going to have a hard time getting away from Nier and Cuphead.
I did not finish Persona 5.
Okay.
All right.
Can we play some music from there? Can
Yes,
we do
we
that
can.
first track?
His octopus has shamed me, but I didn't put this one on here.
I didn't put this either.
Is that a
It's a good
Splatoon
title.
one
Okay, that wasn't one of the ones I picked.
This is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you just pick this because of the title?
Is this a Donkey Kong?
You got Konged.
Is this even from Persona
Rick
5?
roll.
Oh my! This is the Mass Effect 2 main theme.
I think I do
Shut it
like
off!
this a lot.
Shut it down!
You goober.
Wait, is this Mass Effect?
Yeah.
It is.
I think I do
Damn it.
like this soundtrack a lot.
I'd like to bring out the greatest scat duo once again. V and J, take it away.
Wait, listen to this.
Once again, they scat from both ends.
All right, we can move on. That's
Dan,
how
you on this day, Vinny
That's how you do it, Dan.
Yeah. Damn it! You got me. You got
The octopus has shamed me. Did you come up with that?
I don't know. I thought that would sound like something in a Persona 5.
Very good.
Did you even look at the other titles?
Like, look at they're normal.
I don't know. Blue
Let's have
Man-
it laugh.
I don't think that actually came out this year.
Octopus has shamed me. No, it's a classic. It's
The
a brilliant
music in
classic.
Persona 5 is the best part
It's
of
a
that
Ringo
video
song.
game.
It's kind of it's not great.
It's not only the best part of that game, but it is also actually really, really good.
It is stuff I have been listening to since I've played it.
Give me
all the time.
last surprise. Give me last surprise right now.
Which one's that?
I'm going to ask you a question while this is loading up.
These are all
and
Mass
this is
Effect
not
2.
an end-all, be-all thing or a binding thing.
Sure.
Is it better than Persona 4?
I think some of it
think so.
is.
Careful what you say.
Some of
It's
it
got
is.
better bass,
I do like bass.
All right, I'm gonna play
funkier
it.
bass.
Ooh.
Because it's a heist. It's a heist game too, so there's a lot of good
Yeah, yeah.
heist. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Like this is the battle
theme.
music.
Yeah. You're right. The music in this game is very good.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
We gotta.
Oh, it hasn't even gotten to the chorus, which is the.
No, honestly, this is making me like it less.
But
I like that it keeps the grand tradition of Persona with songs that don't sound like they're in English but are definitely in English.
I mean, I think also it's this is another one that's maybe a little hard to couple with what's going on screen, where like giant ghost monsters are fighting other people with
Oh,
like
it just doesn't like.
guns and stuff. It's like very cool. It's got like a jazzy, cool vibe to it.
They make it work
Yeah.
in these
Okay.
games, typically.
Do you have the music for the end battle? Like
Jaldabaoth? Yeah, I do.
okay, I want to hear that.
That's the bottom one.
Oh no!
That was the chorus!
Jesus Christ.
All right.
The chorus is the best part of the song.
I like it as you cut it just as like Ben was about to do his split. You know,
Like I was halfway down.
So what I'll say about the soundtrack is it has a really good divide of like everyday slice of life music and then like crime music.
sure.
Like Beneath the Mask is like an everyday, like that's the core jam that just sort of plays when you're walking around doing
I want to
stuff.
hear "Life Will Change." No, "Life Goes On."
Life goes on.
When?
right?
Like now?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the music that plays during final exams. It only happens twice in the game, but it's my favorite track.
Let's call it again.
"Life Goes On."
There we go.
Does Octopus shame me?
Ooh, that bass.
Oh, they use the bass in this game.
So just like
Yeah. This is
a
good.
lot of this, and then a lot of like high intensity.
And crime music is
Fast-paced.
actually my favorite genre of
Yeah.
music.
Give me
Usually the music I like is about drug crimes.
give
not
me
about
Rivers in the
heists.
Desert.
It's more of like UK crime music, maybe like
Yeah.
Rivers and Desert is also very good.
Yeah, Rivers in the Desert and Jaldabaoth are probably the last two we need to listen to for now.
This is like a boss.
I think it's
Mini-boss
leading up to
theme?
boss situation.
It's dirty.
Yeah, it has a real grimy sound to it.
Yeah, it's just really I like it more than most things in that game. I'm gonna say almost everything in that game. It just really fits the the atmosphere of like, hey, we're a bunch of punk kids.
The singing every time. I'm like,
See?
no.
Yeah.
I like.
There's nothing wrong with the singing. Like, it's fine.
It's your face.
The singing in a lot of cases, I feel like if this Persona 4 was some of the same ways. If you don't have a connection to the game,
Right.
it can be a little hard to swallow.
I kind of like this. Yeah. I like it.
It feels very like musical theater, like what they think is rock and roll. You know,
Yeah.
like imagine like some musical, and then in the middle is like, this is the punk scene.
Yeah,
And you have, like,
I'm
this,
walking
like,
across the stage, and it's
perfectly
like I'm in an
primed-
alley.
Yes,
and-
Okay,
like
well,
articulated.
It's like when
lines.
Optimus Prime puts on the play.
Yeah,
for his
there
friends.
there are muggers and Optimus Prime dancing behind me.
Exactly.
If you want one that's sans
I am a
vocals,
god.
give me Yaldabaoth at the end there.
All right.
I mean, at the
The
end of the
very
day,
bottom.
it's all of them. So
This is the final boss music. And when it kicks into the chorus, like, it is... I don't know. It got me pumped at the end of that game. After 100 hours of fucking
Yes.
playing that thing. I
After
was
being
like,
ready to be done with this game, it gave me one last little treat.
This is the
this
music that plays
Sepulchre?
during it. Yes, this is Sepulchre.
It's coming up here in a second, I promise. It's right after this measure.
Sounds like Mario Kart Bowser music.
Yeah, hey, Mario Kart Bowser music can be really good.
It is.
So right after this, sorry. Sorry, it's a delayed gratification, but it's good.
Just tease it out.
is this it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that guitar line.
This is good, epic. You're fighting God, basically.
Yeah, you are fighting God.
And you're turning
I should
into a
mention that.
giant gun to shoot the sin bullet at God.
I want to be a giant gun.
Like Megatron.
Like Megatron.
Like Megatron. Yeah, like a Transformer. yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. Like, yeah, this is the music.
Or Shockwave. I mean, depending on the kind of gun.
Prime, you fool!
All right.
Wait, can I hear this song? Because I just don't remember what it is. This is just the victory music. Thanks, Jason. I put it at the very bottom.
Okay.
I remember liking it, but I don't remember what it sounds like.
Wait.
It's the battle victory music in Persona 5.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, it's a good track.
It is good.
Yeah.
You're like
Does she
leveling
sing?
up.
I don't think
No.
she does sing.
No. There's no
But
singing
just
here.
like
Thank
when they're all like
goodness.
running by.
I'm a sucker for that type of like electric piano.
Yeah.
Oh, like some like Wurlitzer kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah. I am too, but this is, I don't know, it's not doing
Wait.
it for me. Like, I think it's good. I
kinda
like
funky.
it,
Yeah.
but I think I like some of the other stuff better.
I like all of
All right,
this.
give me willpower before we move off this. I need willpower. I think this is the music that
Not
plays.
Life Will Change. Life Will Change is my favorite track on this list.
I believe willpower is the one that happens when Makoto gets her persona. Like the big fucking...
I don't even remember the music because I was so blown away that her persona was a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, she does have the best persona.
Cool.
Oh, just like Psykill. The GoBot.
GoBots.
GoBot.
Yeah.
But just like
Not a rock lord.
Wreck car.
Yeah, wreck
Yeah,
car. Yeah,
like a
sure.
motorcycle. Right.
Can you choose your persona, or is that...
It's based
Your main
you
character
can
question.
within...
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, in the world.
Is that like
me?
a Patronus?
Yeah, is it like a Patronus where you just do it and it just happens to be what it is?
Wait, I wasn't expecting somebody to
yes,
answer
it
that
is like
question.
it 100% is like a Patronus.
Wow. Can you
It's a
imagine
stand.
Harry Potter's Patronus being a motorcycle, though?
Pretty good.
All right, what was the one you wanted? Life Will Change?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, again, this soundtrack is like 100 songs long, and...
Life Will Change is the music that plays when you're like you've planned your route to the heist, you're ready to go.
Oh,
and you're,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
entering-
I forgot about that one, yes.
This is like the heist music.
What was it again?
You're going to go steal
Life
a
Will
heart.
Change.
Life Will Change.
I know it's confusing because it's right next to Life Goes On.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I remember this.
Yes. You've sent the calling card. You are ready to steal a heart.
Yeah, like I would see this band in concert, whatever this is.
Yeah,
Like, this
they're
is probably-
playing like a con or something.
Yeah, it's like just like a show. I would sit and like listen to it, or probably stand. Okay, then I'll walk out.
There we go.
Then I'll go get my beer.
All right, I'm done.
I don't remember the vocals in the game on this part.
There are.
There.
Okay,
See it.
maybe they're talking over it.
Yeah, they're
I
probably
mean-
talking over.
Okay, I get the sense either Finch can go.
Yes, that's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
I very much like that Persona music. I've never heard it before.
I like it, but I don't love it, and I don't like the singing. But I think it matches the style, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Now there's some video game music.
Okay.
This is better than any
Persona
music we
4
just heard.
soundtrack rules.
Yes.
Yeah,
No question.
Persona 4 had a great soundtrack.
it does.
Is Mario and Rabbids going to make it, considering the competition?
I don't know.
Kind of like really
I've
inspiring
got
when
this
I played
image
it.
up here of that fight where the lyrics are "It's a me, let's a go."
Yeah.
The only words you know.
Yeah.
Like it's sick burns.
It is.
really
The
good.
burns are.
I mean, I think he could be best new character.
It wouldn't.
You
might be right.
These are like that's a moment.
Yeah.
Because
or maybe best
when I
Okay,
think
yeah,
about the
yeah.
entirety of the soundtrack, like it's good, but that's such a weird high point because in the context of where you're at and the fight and all this other stuff, like that game actually has two really amazing moments in it.
Yeah.
And that's one of them. So I would probably push for it harder there than here.
It also wouldn't work if the burns weren't good, and they are.
They're really good.
They're savage.
And no one really gives Mario shit like to his face.
Ever.
yeah. But it's
and
not-
he looks
yeah.
fucking salty as hell in that.
Yeah, it's
video.
about time he gets his.
He's like, I'm getting roasted.
Pretty
good.
Sexy Brutal can go, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's cool, but
that was
it
that was a
doesn't.
I
dope
like
beat.
it.
It doesn't
It
hang.
is pretty awesome. I think Sonic Mania probably is not going to hang here.
Yeah.
I
Those
think
tracks are good.
Those tracks are good.
They are good.
Those tracks are good.
Surprisingly.
But yeah.
Mario Odyssey is very good.
All right.
Yeah.
One we haven't talked
Steam
about.
Gardens. Let's hear that Steam
Yes.
Gardens.
Yeah,
That's my
this
favorite
is
song of the year.
jam. The first time I heard this, I set down my Switch and like ran to Twitter to freak out. Like I ran to YouTube to find a version of it.
And it's so not
Oh,
Mario
man,
music.
It's so
perfect.
good.
Yeah.
And it like kicks in as you're leaving a jungle. Like you start in the little wooded area. It doesn't have this music. You
Yeah.
walk
I
through,
know, I
and
know.
it kicks
Yeah.
in.
I remember watching you play, and you'd be like, Abby, watch this. And then, like, you walked into it, and then it started, and it's like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else is on Odyssey?
I love the cafe music. If you want to do like renditions of like nostalgic stuff,
Yeah,
the cafe
so
music is really good.
The ones I put the double asterisk next to were like very nostalgia
like
heavy
the-
ones.
Okay.
The cafe one's really good though. And I love that you can the music player that you get, and you can just play
Oh,
this stuff
yeah.
anytime you want.
Oh, yeah.
Is that on the ship or where is the music player?
You can play it all the time
It's
through the
in
menu.
your, like,
Right,
menu.
to the
It's like
menu,
in the
yeah.
list
There you go.
thing
Let's-
or something.
It's a really good piano
like
cover.
Schroeder.
This.
I remember
sitcom
when you're
intro.
like
Where is this?
assembling the band
That's in the cafe.
Which cafe?
And
Like, where?
New Donk.
New Donk.
What?
Remember when you were assembling the band in New Donk
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
all playing their music and it sounds
remember
like
this
whatever,
thing.
but then once you get them all together, you realize they're playing the Mario
Yeah.
music and it's really good.
It's really good.
I
Can
use
you
this
play
a
the
lot.
RC car music if we're hitting the nostalgia ones.
Yeah, I love this one.
See a cafe.
So you like you capture the RC dad
Yeah,
and then this starts playing
I love that part.
and it's
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Super Nintendo
It does
Mario
that.
Kart.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Is this just directly
No.
from Super Nintendo?
I mean, it's the
definitely
same
like a-
melody.
This
but
is
it sounds
Mario,
a
this is
lot
Mario
like it.
Kart. This is the
Yeah,
first,
yeah, that's what I'm
first
saying.
level
But
of Mario
it's,
Kart.
that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
think
It's a
it
slightly
is the
different
song.
arrangement.
No,
but yes.
yeah, no, it's rearranged. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah. This is really good.
So
great
I
music.
think the only thing that I maybe would knock against Odyssey is that like the more original stuff outside of that one track that we played at the beginning or the surf rock thing, like the nostalgia stuff was much more interesting to me than I think the more original
I don't know.
stuff.
Play Honeyloon
Moon
Ridge
Kingdom.
Escape.
Moon Kingdom Honeyloon Ridge Caves. Oh wait, we put the same one there.
I think
Is it
the
Caves
one
or
I did
Escape?
is Escape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
This is just weird.
I loved this part.
this is just weird.
Like
so
it's not a
stupid.
bad song, but it is weird.
This belongs back on the Persona 5 soundtrack.
I know. This I'm
Oh
like,
no,
nah,
I don't
I'm
like
alright.
this. Two caves.
I love that.
That's such a weird
I do like
one.
that she is singing about the thing you are just doing right at that moment.
Collecting coins and
Yeah,
stuff.
and smashing through walls.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I
Now
guess
here's your Bowser Castle music.
this is like final battle, good final showdown music.
Is this against Bowser at the end?
I think it's on your way there.
Yeah.
Right.
This is like crashing the wedding.
Right.
It's when you're going
right.
through that fire cave on the way to the wedding ceremony.
Man, this game's so good.
But I see your point. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have one standout like Mario track that's like, oh, this is like
It's probably that New Donk City, like the one with
The song.
Pauline.
Jump Up
I
Superstar.
put that on here, so yeah, I'm kind of with Alex on this thing as a whole. But I was going through adding links to this thing earlier today, and not gonna lie, and was in kind of a dark place with some of the goings on in the world, and came upon that song and listened to it and felt like physically uplifted. Like, that song is like so affecting,
especially
it's
in the
fucking
context
crazy.
of that festival.
Let's give us some jump up
With the
superstars.
context of the
Maybe
Donkey
that's
Kong
more
stuff.
of a best moment type thing.
Yeah.
But
And I like that she like alludes to going to the moon. Like,
Yeah.
the lyrics aren't bad.
so joyous.
Here we go, off the rails. Did you know?
Like this when I hear it in my head, just is like the Mario Odyssey main theme.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
It's cheesy, but like in a positive way.
Yeah, and I think it suits the game pretty well.
In the context of when it plays is so awesome.
And it's cool that it's Pauline.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon.
It's really weird.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
With me, grab coins with me, oh yeah.
Do you ever figure out what she actually says? When,
Odyssey, yes, see?
I look up the lyrics earlier.
Yes, see?
Is it Yesy?
Odyssey, yes, see?
Yeah,
Odyssey.
yeah,
What does
Odyssey,
yes,
yes.
see mean?
It's like
yes, and then
with
yes
some
and-
flair.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
thought
just
it
a
was
little.
yes and then yes in
The letter
Spanish.
C?
Oh, like C,
It's
like
like
S-I.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh.
Like yes, siree?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a.
You do. I almost started snapping my fingers at the exact same time Alex did.
Yeah. It just fits the mood of this game so well. I was like smiling the whole time I played this game, but like this was like the biggest part, I think, during that celebration.
Mario's stupid dance.
Yes, I love that. The shoes in and out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, and I feel like this one also feels very musical theater, but I prefer that to some of Persona's musical theater-y feelings, so I think it suits the game.
It seems intentional in this case.
Yes,
like it knows
yeah.
it's over the
Yeah.
top and
Yes,
kind of cheesy.
Totally.
Starting their festival.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know that it is as a whole. It's
I
the best
definitely
soundtrack,
have
but-
two other things on this list I like better than that.
Oh, totally.
I'd say there's 3 on here I like
I'm
better.
fine with that being number 3, though.
I might put it at number 3.
I don't think
Actually, no, sorry. I just found my third. Sorry.
Okay.
Nope, just kidding.
I'm
Just kidding. Sorry, Mario.
I'm pretty much with Jeff on those first 2 games
Yeah.
being unassailable.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
well-
not huge on Nier, but we'll talk about
I
it.
need to hear more Nier stuff.
Nier has the greatest video
I got
game
some Nier for
music
you.
track of all time, which
Let's-
is Grandma parentheses destruction.
Let's save Cuphead and Nier for last.
Okay, I think that's
I just
totally
wanted to
fair.
say that.
Yeah, no, that's a great title.
Does that make sense in context?
It's a remix of an original Nier song called Grandma.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Yeah, I
it makes
guess.
100% sense.
Should we go into some Pyre?
Let's talk about Pyre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pyre is one of those games, where a lot of the music is just kind of very like mellow, atmospheric stuff. But like, my favorite thing about it is that all the different teams that you are rivals with all get their own theme music. Dan, you should appreciate that in particular.
Yes.
So
Like the Thrash Pack.
yeah, so before we get there, let's just put like Path to Glory or one of those other ones on, just kind of get a feel for the vibe, and then we'll start getting into a little bit of the theme
Surviving
music.
Exile is really good.
Surviving Exile is also really good.
Yeah, the soundtrack's really good.
Yeah, like
Corb killed it again.
yeah, this is a very Corb-like soundtrack, but
This is good.
yeah,
This is really good.
I do really like this.
You should play the one after it.
yeah. Give me Surviving Exile. Give me what I need.
I think that's the one.
I think
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah.
I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
No, it's the bass in this. that does
Sambora
it.
killed it on this.
Oh yeah, no, this is some fucking back desert highway fucking just rolling down the road through a dust storm type
I
shit.
never thought I'd see you here.
I prefer BJ Blazkowicz riding his little circle car.
That's fair. That's fair.
But what if this song was
Unicycle.
playing while he did it?
I like the song that plays.
Okay, so a lot of the soundtrack is like this. It's it can be kind of different, but it's all kind of in that vein. But then you start getting into the theme music. So give me Thrashback. It's probably the most extreme one, but it's this group of oi punk dogs. And this is their theme music that plays whenever they show up.
Yeah, it's really silly.
I'm just imagining a bunch of dogs kicking over trash
Yeah.
cans.
Yes, no, that's totally who they are.
Like spike collars.
Yes.
I don't know. It sounds a little rough.
Woof.
Yeah.
Knights of the Sea is also really good. That's the Worm Knights.
Yeah.
Again,
Talking about your pirate
Knights.
punk.
Yeah.
This is the Flocking Molly song.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Shipping off to Boston.
Admittedly, I might be a little bit biased toward the soundtrack. Just it is so drum heavy, and that's something I will always get behind.
I really like it.
And Bound Together at the end is sort of I mean, there's a couple of different sung ballads with what's that woman's name who did the other Supergiant stuff.
Right.
There's a few of them, but this is the one that plays over the credits, and it's kind of the song that plays as it's sort of telling you the story of the game as they're kind of going through the ending stuff.
Right, just kind of the epilogue.
Yeah.
I guess I will say I would be willing to drop Odyssey. I think I probably prefer Pyre, and I think maybe Mario and Rabbids does better with some of the nostalgia stuff.
I think like Jeff said, that's a game more about the moments than
I agree with
than
that.
the music, but
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would probably cut both Marios at this point.
I can see the
I'm
argument
okay with
against
that.
Mario.
With where we're
Yeah.
at this point.
I think
that's fair.
I think the highs of Mario are very, very high,
Yeah.
but like I don't think it's consistent with how memorable
Right.
those
Yeah,
tracks are.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
If anything, I think, I wish it established a better, firm, new Mario theme.
Right,
And
right.
less of like remixes of the existing stuff. Like it maybe leans into the nostalgia a little too much, and then the new stuff that's there isn't like.
It's not like that surf rock thing is going to be like, oh, this is evocative of Mario in general.
It's not like when they added the athletic theme too.
Exactly. Or the Mario 64 music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would also maybe drop The Mummy. Like, I think it's really good.
It is really
but I don't
good.
think it's necessarily doing as much new stuff as some of these other ones are.
I might agree. The Mummy is actually probably the soundtrack I'd be most likely to listen to outside of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out.
Given my own personal taste.
100%.
One more. Fuck. Fine, whatever. God damn it.
Oh, we could leave it
Can
while
you
we
be mad
listen
about
to,
these picks, though? I mean, like, what
no.
we're actually looking at here?
We can leave it while we listen
It's like
to
the one
maybe,
year that I actually like a chiptune soundtrack enough to put it on here, though.
Yeah. It's really good. I mean, it's good, but I think it's
Also, I looked it up, and the composer is Monomer.
Who's that?
You've heard of that guy? He's apparently like a pretty well-known
the name sounds
synthwave,
Oh, cool.
synthwave chiptune mashup guy. So he's got stuff out there, but
Well, all right then.
For the love
Would we
of
cut
God.
Mario and Rabbids as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but we should talk about that in
For
moments.
moments, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally.
I just
So
need to hear some
Let's
Cuphead.
let's hear our top two.
Just
Yeah,
want-
let's hear the
just want-
first two.
just
I
want
think
to play-
Cuphead. So you want to lead with
Just
Cuphead?
Cuphead.
All
Just
right, let's
want-
lead with Cuphead.
I want to play a song from
I love
Cuphead.
Get some of
the
that.
frog one. I love the frog one.
I just want to hear the
frog
menu. I
one.
want to hear the menu
I want to
music.
hear Floral
I
Fury.
want to hear it all. Thanks, Jason, for DJing
Yes,
all
thank
this.
you. Yeah.
Oh shit! Where'd you get that? DJ A Striker.
Is this Floral Fury?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good, and it's so. It matches the style.
Yeah.
It's so cohesive with how you're playing it. Like it works. It pumps you up. It wants you to keep playing. Like it works so well.
I skipped the beginning of it, Jason, but could you just go back?
I know. I think it's good from the
and
beginning.
just roll it from the beginning with the part where it just sounds like a bunch of pigeons that are getting like run over.
It's so good.
Yeah, the whole
one's
thing's
this?
good.
Floral Fury.
Floral
Okay, that's the
Fury.
beginning of it.
What is this?
It's just someone hitting like two buttons on a Casio that, like over and over
It's a
again.
monkey having a nightmare.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much good stuff on here.
Yeah, it's-
What's another one?
Do the
Give me
frogs. Do
that.
the frogs.
All right, Flip Flop Froggies it is.
I don't know if I remember this.
It was good. It was a low key one. I can see myself like farming to this. Meeting friendly neighbors in the town.
Yeah, I don't remember this part.
Yeah,
It's good though.
It's got a long intro.
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Wait a minute.
Wait a goddamn minute. You got caught. Finally, Dan. I got it.
Dan.
All right, we're cutting Cuphead.
Yep, I didn't want this. That's how the rules work. Sorry.
Flip flop frog.
Give me Sugarland Shimmy. Give me some of the palate cleanser.
I don't trust anything anymore.
I've been lied to so many times.
Dan.
This is about to get red hot.
My Grand Slam in that
Oh,
song.
right.
So good.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's a chart-topping hit.
Yeah. Cracked the Billboard Jazz Top 10.
Every time we talk about Cuphead, I want to just move it up my personal top 10 list. It's so good.
It's so good. It's the best game. It's so good.
Can't go a ton further up mine.
Someone wrote title screen. So I feel like we need to hear the title screen.
Yeah, dude, like the title screen is the thing that establishes the feel and tone and authenticity of that game.
So good.
No, not the intro, like the literal title
Yes.
screen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it does get into it a little bit. Oh, this had everything in there apparently. But even the studio logo is amazing.
They like to roll the dice. By chance they came
So good.
Devil's Game, and gosh, they paid the price. Paid the price.
Really good.
It's phenomenal.
And now they're
I think we can go into Die House from this one.
Yeah,
That's a good
man.
transition.
Hold on, finish.
So
and if they proceed but don't succeed.
What? What'll happen?
It's that well. It's well.
Who will take their heads?
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
All right, let's hear Die House.
Die House.
The house.
This made me like put down. I put down the
you
controller
ran
and
out
sat
and said,
there.
You need to
listened
come.
to it.
You need to get in here.
And there's no other lyrics anywhere except that intro song.
I never play nice. I'm the devil's right.
And they got like the little bops going. They're all just like, yeah. Totally.
But he's explaining the mechanics of the gating through the lyrics.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking incredible.
Come on, bring 'em to the king. If you haven't finished your class, haven't worked assiduously,
It's very good.
no, I cannot let you pass. Don't you mess with me. Don't mess with King Dice.
Don't mess with King Dice.
Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Don't mess.
I should also add that his head is a die.
Yeah.
Wait,
It loops.
but dice means there's at least two, right?
Well, he's Mr. King Die, isn't he?
The other die's got to be.
Well, he's
somewhere
also
else.
the king over the dice. He can summon a dice
That's true.
die from
He's
his
the
hand.
king of
I'm
dice.
saying the other die has to be somewhere else.
I thought dice is the plural. And
I mean, there's
die
only
is
one
the
Andrew Dice Clay.
It was a bad joke.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that was good, yeah.
I think there's zero question this will be in our top 3.
Yes.
No, zero question at all. Zero question.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean, is that what we're? I don't think.
Well,
we're
no,
debating
because
that.
there is a 4th game still on here in Pyre.
Right. Well,
And
there's
Persona.
5 actually. There's Mummy,
And Persona.
Pyre, and Persona. Those are the 3 that are maybe the 3rd.
Let's get into Nier. We haven't heard any of that yet.
Yeah, let's get to Nier.
all right. Where should we start?
I think.
Pascal's Village is pretty good. Grandma Destruction's my personal favorite. Like, honestly, that's my favorite track.
So this is the song you hear when you go to Pascal's Village. It's like the robot, like agrarian society where like people are just sort of cooperating and being nice, and it's the first time you meet robots that are actively friendly to you.
Kids are running around. Yeah, you're having conversations with
you've played it. Yeah,
robots.
that's right.
This one have that
I
white
didn't
flag?
know how deep you got into it.
I like
That's the white flag.
eight.
Viewer.
Okay.
For the listener.
It's like the weird Ewok village of
Yeah. So one of the coolest things about the soundtrack is the way that they utilize vocals and
Yeah.
the rare instances
Yep.
when they do. Like, it's not just...
Oh, it's not that rare. It's like half the songs in the game
A lot
have
of them have a lot of
vocals.
Yeah, most of the songs are actually vocalized.
There's a lot of just straight up instrumental
No,
in there
there is.
too, but like when they do, like the language is strange, but also the way they utilize harmonies
They
is
have
very
one song
alien
that's
sounding.
actually
It's
like
all-
it sounds very French.
It's
Yeah, but
so
it's not
it is
actually
an
French,
invented,
yeah.
It is an invented French-derived language. Like I
Yeah.
looked into this shit pretty deeply. It's fucking incredible what they do with this thing.
Let's hear Grandma Destruction.
It's the name of my metal band.
You got Kong.
This is fighting music.
Was this the last boss fight music?
No, this is Grandma.
It's a boss fight.
It's a
Grandma boss fight.
Grandma.
Is that in the song or is someone saying grandma over and over?
I think someone was saying grandma.
Oh, they were.
Grandma.
Oh, damn it, Jason. You got grandma. Damn it, I got grandma. Grandma Kong.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's very good.
Give me Birth of a Wish.
Oh,
Which one's the one that plays with the lady boss, the lady robot who wants to be pretty?
That, I think, is
I remember that
a
one
beautiful,
being
a beautiful song.
I think
that
that's a
one being
beautiful
very
That
song.
one was good.
Which one is this?
Is this cannot continue? Not on this.
Which one
list?
did you pick?
is that
Birth of a Wish.
Okay.
I had jumped ahead for some spots.
Oh, okay.
Just so we don't have to play the lead up.
I like this one anyway.
I can't believe nobody put this cannot continue.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's got kind of a longer build up.
Yeah, it does.
You don't have to sit through the whole thing.
Still, I want to hear it.
I normally don't get down with this kind of music, but something about like the world and the characters and the themes
And the way that they hit a cross section of just genres and styles, like it's like it can get you super pumped, but also there are these really like lovely, nice little bridges and moments in there too.
And also, like, you know, when you get later into the game and you start hacking, and this game will transition, like when you hack an enemy and it transitions into.
Let me actually give you a good example of what Jeff's talking about here. So first, actually, this is my favorite track. This is the real track called Amusement Park.
Yeah.
This one's pretty cool. I like this one.
This is a great song, but
there's a bunch of robots parading around and just like dancing.
and then this. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the songs have chiptune variants. When you're in that like hacking
transitions
space,
very seamlessly.
it's amazing.
Like they're playing simultaneously, and depending on where it goes, it fades in and out.
But it's not just the chiptune stuff, because there are different arrangements of like half the songs in the game that change as you move around in the space.
Yeah.
Like, it's really incredible.
Yeah.
So
I think all the songs are utilizing a similar time signature and key, which is how they kind of blend it all.
So
which one is that?
Oh,
that was Alien Man.
I like that one. Can you play more of that one?
Alien Manifestation is actually great once it gets like a
play the link at the very beginning. That's time. I dropped a time code in the very top one.
Alien Manifestation.
Yeah, like I time coded it to where it starts fucking.
Yeah, it gets
off.
ill.
Yeah. Like this for me is probably
one,
like the Nier theme.
Yeah.
Like this choral line actually kind of gives me weird chills.
Totally, dude.
This
Like,
reminds me a lot of like Ghost in the Shell.
yeah, it sounds. It's got like an Eastern sound to it for sure.
Yeah.
After a few more seconds, can you play the last one?
Yeah, let it get to the big build here.
Yeah. Oh, I want to play Nier again.
It's a weird sound.
It is.
I know,
It's
right?
amazing.
It's like otherworldly.
It's like terrifying too.
Yeah.
It's-
Alex, I don't think it's to the point that he wanted it to get to yet.
No, that was it.
that was
I
it.
wanted
When it
that
did drop
just
there.
that build to get through.
Because it actually gets crazier.
Oh,
after
it
that.
does,
It does,
but I mean, it's variations.
If you
on that.
want, I'll listen to the whole soundtrack.
Did you say this can't continue? Is that the one you wanted?
Yeah, that's at the bottom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they sold the soundtrack separately, and then also there's like the hacking version of the soundtrack with all the chiptune stuff.
I had to go look for it now.
Yeah, that's out in Japan.
Yeah, it's the 4-disc version in Japan, has all the hacking stuff on it.
And it's fucking cool.
This part. I
Yeah.
forgot about this part.
We played
Like,
a
it's
little
not
bit of
necessarily
that
an
in the
amazing
studio, and I
song, but
immediately bought this soundtrack as soon as I got home.
Yeah.
It's, well, I'll wait.
all
This
those
is a
little
weird part.
yeah.
Parts.
Big. Yeah, I like the soundtrack a lot.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm going to say right now, it is one of my favorite soundtracks in all fucking history. I think it is fucking incredible.
I'm right there with you, bro.
Can we just can we close out with a beautiful song? That's a really good boss fight and a good track. You're 2 lines up. Yeah. It's all good. Like, this was the first moment in the game where I felt like whatever, like, doubt I had about, you know, how I was going to feel about that game had kind of washed away. Because that boss fight's really good.
Yeah.
But also, it just felt like everything was kind of coming together in that moment. And the music was a big part of it.
It's weird. As much as I like the soundtrack, you guys are pulling out totally different tracks than I would have.
What would you pick? What's one you would pick?
I mean, I'll let this finish first.
It's fine. We can move on.
I feel like the case has been made.
No.
I know we could listen to this all night, but
what if we did that?
I've got one more song.
Just give me like 1 or 2 more.
All right. What do you got, Jason? What's your one more?
is the one at the bottom that you just pasted.
No,
in?
I put that in there. That's I had to guess at the time code because I can't listen to it over here, but there are multiple arrangements of different songs that kick in either as you move around in the space or sometimes like when you cash in a side quest, the music will change. Whoa.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Pascal's
Good job, Jason.
or Emil's theme.
Yeah.
So this is the music he's blaring.
I love Emil.
Quit making me like Nier things.
I know.
But he's in his stupid fucking cart just driving around.
Yeah. Perfect.
Waiting for you to shoot him.
Also, this song goes on for like 6 minutes, and at a point you feels like the singer actually kind of gives up. I mean, like they're just fucking doodling over the song, and they don't know what else to do. This is dumb as hell. Like a very good way. Yes, it's so ridiculous.
Wait, I think he starts singing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really dumb.
Brad, you had something?
Yeah, pull up that link at the very bottom.
And then we'll move on. But yes.
Then we'll have to cut it. I mean, that's just that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
But let it go. I think I got it.
This is the Resistance Village
Yeah.
song?
Yeah, that's the village. But there's totally different versions of that. That's great.
I think it should come in pretty soon.
Okay.
What is alive, Abby? Optimus.
Thank you for saving our village, Mr. Prime.
We need to open the space bridge.
Remember, freedom is the right of every sentient creature.
I prefer being a car.
I mean, who wouldn't?
I remember that from the movie. That was really awkward.
Yeah, this. Listen.
Yeah.
And there's at least a handful of tracks in there that do that sort of thing.
Okay, it takes a while to fade it.
Yeah,
This happens because you go do a side quest for an android to recover a music box that was possessed by their best friend who was killed in battle.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And you come back and drop off that side quest, and then the town music that you're listening to transitions into just this, like just a music box rendition of the same music. Like
You can queue it up, actually. If you go
can
like
get it
stand by
later,
that
but
person.
it's so fucking good.
No, rather, you can go stand by the person and hear just the
If
music
you go back
box.
there later, it does that again. The only other one I wanted to play was, I think, Voice of No Return.
Okay.
Real fast.
Give me a sec.
I'll listen to this whole goddamn soundtrack if you let me.
I'll let you.
All right.
I will not.
Which
Damn
I
it.
think I
Because I'm going to listen to it, and there can only be one.
I queued that one up a few seconds
We only
ago.
have one license.
Yeah.
Voice of No Return. There we go. Sorry, this stuff spans for like 2 pages.
Yeah, it's true.
There's a lot of links there.
I don't remember this one.
Oh, you're still playing both?
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Oh, God.
I was like, this is super discordant.
That sounds scary.
Okay. Let's start over.
Kind of liked it.
Yeah. As I said, there's a lot of remixes in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this from?
I'm trying to remember.
So this is all invented language?
Yeah.
This is in the shopping mall?
Yeah. I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Like, what did people do here? that like that part?
Yeah, I think I read the composer tried to, because
Before you meet the Forest
game's
King.
set 10,000 years in the future or whatever.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
He tried to envision what Japanese and French would sound like thousands of years from now or something like that.
Like it's a level of detail that
2 more seconds.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead. There's a chorus that comes in behind it later.
Yeah.
It's fucking so good.
Well, it's just not gonna hang. So
that's a shame.
Sorry.
what are we down to?
I mean,
I think we need to find a third and then decide between those two, basically, right?
yeah. I think Persona 5 is my third. I
That's
love
my third
Pyre.
as well.
It's so good.
I think. Yeah.
I think Persona 5. It's the breadth and it's the style. Like it all works.
Yeah. I think it's those top. It's Persona, Cuphead, and
That's
Nier.
fine.
That's
I
fine.
agree. I don't.
Persona 5 is not really my thing, but I appreciate a lot of
Yeah,
aspects of
I'm
it.
with you. I'm not a big fan, but I'll whatever.
I mean, for
I'm
what
not
it's
either
worth,
with
I don't think Persona 5 wins this category,
No.
so I'm not
What-
going to push for that.
One last just a last little Persona treat, just because we're
Yeah.
celebrating.
It's already
that.
on the
Top
list.
three.
Okay, okay.
That's
All right, give us a treat.
Just get beneath the mask. This is kind of your
Here's the Juness theme from 4. Better than all of this.
This
There's
is just
actually
kind
a
of your
Juness
hanging
remix
out.
somewhere in that game,
There
I think.
is. This is like your hanging out in
chilling,
town
yeah.
music,
Yeah.
and I feel like this is just a
Yes.
good example of how the idle music.
Probably hear this the most.
And that's the
and
thing
I
is
never
like,
got super tired of it.
like the best part of that game is just wandering around in various parts of Tokyo and just doing dumb shit, and like this is what's underpinning all of that. And
No, when hearing this, I just imagine your foster dad just being like, "Hey, dipshit,
Oh, he's great. He becomes the best character in
Sojiro
that
has
game.
a really good arc, I will
close
say.
the fucking shop up and stop being a
Oh, I'm
doofus."
trapped in traffic, you fucking idiot. I have
Yeah.
to take you to school.
Oh, why do you have to go to school?
Sending you back to jail.
But I'm gonna be a street racer.
Persona 5 has a really incredible soundtrack.
Yeah.
I
I think Nier barely wins.
I think Cuphead absolutely wins.
I think Cuphead.
I think Cuphead
I think
absolutely
Nier
wins.
wins in a walk.
I think Nier.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nier,
Nier,
boy, that'd be my third pick out of this.
2000%.
For
Nier
me, I
walks away
think
with this thing.
Nier, I found a lot of the music to feel very tacked on when I was playing, just in the sense of I think Cuphead is so cohesive with the gameplay, whereas Nier, sometimes playing it, I was like, oh, okay, it felt like it was giving the emotion rather than the game itself. Versus Cuphead, I felt like the game was that sort of frantic, high energy gameplay, and the music enhanced it rather than kind of
And you don't
laid
think-
it on thick.
I think it's
You don't think Nier
opposite.
like enhanced?
Yeah,
I think Nier, it's crucial to.
Yeah.
will not say a
don't
bad
know.
word about the Nier soundtrack, but I enjoy the Cuphead soundtrack a lot more.
It's so good.
I think for me, it's.
But I don't
it's-
think it's gonna win.
I think the difference for me is
I think
that
more people here like the Nier soundtrack.
Let's listen to
Well, hold on, hold
fucking
on, hold
Floral
on.
Fury again.
just the thing with Cuphead is that to make that sound, there was a limited number of ways they could have gone, and they could have fucked it up. Like there's any number of ways they could have made really bad generic jazz for that game, and it wouldn't have worked. And they did it well. But it is stylistically, it's exactly what you think it's going to be, and they do it well. With Nier,
I think that many aspects of these Cuphead songs really surprise me. Like that weird pigeon part in the Floral
Yeah.
Fury song. Like it has so many good moments that really surprise me, and I don't think it's just
Sure,
slightly better than generic jazz.
well, it's it is definitely like big band stuff
Yeah.
that they're going for. The Nier stuff, I will definitely concede, is way more out there in a genre I don't even know what to call it.
And I think
it's-
the way it's
but I like the
used
Cuphead
also.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
There's so many clever uses of the music. In Nier.
The way they transition it in and out with the hacking and stuff.
Yeah, there's an entire Mirror album, which is 8-bit versions of those songs.
and those
And
all
I
still
would
work too
too,
because the melodies are very strong.
I would absolutely push back on the notion that music feels in any way tacked on. Like
No, I think
to
it's
me,
integral.
it is a vital component
I don't know.
of
It
the
felt
way.
like, to me, playing that game felt like a lot of the scenes were in movies you would see where it's like, oh, there's not really a lot of emotion here. They just put on a song that has a lot of emotion, and that's what gave it. Like when I'm running through that desolate, all these buildings, empty building area, and some of that music is playing, it didn't feel like it matched the gameplay.
I totally disagree with that. For me, it is I've heard so many rote JRPG soundtracks that are completely solid in what they do, but they are just they are emotionally manipulative in the way that JRPG soundtracks tend to be, and I don't think this game does that at all. It transcends a lot of genres and a lot of things, and it it really is the glue for me that like ties a lot of like what that game's emotional content is together.
I think it enhances. You know, you think about the amusement park and the way the music ties into that, like what you're seeing, what you're doing, what you're hearing, all of that comes together so incredibly well.
I mean, that's a great example of when you're running up the main thoroughfare of the amusement park,
Right.
you're getting the full swell. Of
And the big
Or when you discover Pascal's village.
when you go off down one of the side alleyways, everything but the underneath.
Yeah, but like, what if that
fades out?
What if
Like,
the guy
it's-
was just like, I'm the big scary carnival guy? And
I actually don't think that would work at all.
you gotta beat me again.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be beautiful, so I destroyed my body.
Wow, very good.
See, it would have been a lot better.
So-
No, I think I can't really argue against the Nier soundtrack. It's incredible. I personally enjoy the Cuphead soundtrack more and would listen to it more often. But I think all these arguments for the Nier one, I agree with.
Yeah, and like my vote is Cuphead, but I feel like I'm just biased because like that's the one I played, and like I didn't play enough of Nier or any of Persona to kind of get the context, and it sounds like that's a pretty important thing. So I don't know. My vote's Cuphead, but I understand that
Yeah,
I've only really played one of them.
All of this is not to denigrate Cuphead in any way. I think it is one of the best examples of a specific genre being used to its like maximum extent in a game. Like
That one walked into the top 3 for a reason. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
It's
I mean,
extremely
I'm like clearly outnumbered here. I'm not going to drag my heels if everybody wants the Nier soundtrack, but it absolutely did not do it for me. It felt like a generic JRPG, and like hearing you guys explain it, I will say,
that's
hearing
selling it so short.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's
hold
your
on, let me
opinion,
finish.
right.
Hearing you guys
I
explain
get
it,
that.
I can see the nuance to it. But as someone who came into this game, it felt emotionally manipulative. It felt like it didn't match like me running around that world, running into like invisible walls.
I mean,
and like granted, that's not really an issue with the music,
Yeah,
but like there are like I was
get
doing
what
a
you're
lot
saying.
of running around, and the music felt like, why is it so emotional? I'm running from point A to point B.
I mean, look, Nier is a game that has the appearance of being pretty low budget. Like,
Right,
like the
yes.
game has shoddy production values in a lot of spots. Excuse me, and like I think the music is used to elevate that. Like it fills in the gaps in places where like, okay, they didn't animate this character; it's just some text scrolling on the screen, so they need something else to
Yeah.
add the flavor that they're trying
I
to give
guess
it.
for me, I don't like music that does the adding. I want music to enhance what's maybe already there. And like I think it's maybe a different
I think it absolutely does.
I think it's a different interpretation. And I think if you guys want it, that's totally fine. It seems like I'm outnumbered here, which is absolutely fine. I totally see where you guys are coming from. Well, but it didn't do it for me. And I think the Cuphead soundtrack is so cohesive with the game. It's so cohesive with the gameplay. It's so cohesive with the style. It's like a soundtrack I haven't really heard before in any game ever. And I think it's just so good. Like the title screen is amazing. Like the title screen alone is so good. And it's all, I think every single song is so good. That said, if Nier wins, I can understand why.
I will just say, for my part, I think that, while it is doing a very different thing, I honestly believe Nier is that description totally fits for Nier. I think every single song in that game feels like it is calculated to the nth degree to deliver on the themes and the vibe of that game. And like there wasn't ever a moment when I was listening to it and I didn't think like I wasn't just kind of like, fuck, what are they doing here? Like it didn't like, and I mean that in like it was kind of blowing me away as I was playing it. And it's just so strange. It's just so otherworldly, and it's, I don't know, like it totally nailed it for me in a way that I wouldn't have expected, because I totally went into that thing. I was like, oh, it's just gonna have the same old, fucking like JRPG style action music, and it isn't gonna do anything for me. But like,
There'll be some sweeping orchestral stuff. There'll be some really driving.
There'll be a
boss
couple
music,
little like
but
guitar
it's
riffs
a lot
or
deeper
whatever.
than
It's like
that.
fine.
Yeah.
It's just so layered and strange and beautiful in a way that I don't think game music often is.
Yep.
Okay.
Brad said it at the top. Like, one of my favorites of all time.
I mean, that's how I feel about Cuphead.
I haven't liked the soundtrack thisch in like 20 years.
It's a great year for like
it's crazy.
It was a
cohesive
killer year for
scores.
music.
Yeah, totally.
There have been years where we've picked stuff where it's like, it's practically licensed, where it's just like, here's some licensed synthwave that really fucking kicks. But yeah, not this year.
I mean, Brad, you said it before, like we've always been kind of maybe inherently biased against like more score heavy soundtracks,
Journey was robbed.
So
was Ori.
Ori was rough.
Ori was rough.
Ori was fucking robbed. I'm going to say it for the
Ori
record.
was
That
robbed.
was the wrong decision.
Hey, if you like that, there's an Ori track in Rivals of Aether if you want to.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is he like a guest?
He's a downloadable character.
Are you serious?
I can't remember what
That's
robbed
weird.
what robbed Ori. What one?
I don't know. Some fucking chiptune.
That might have been. I think that might have been Splatoon.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, then
Splatoon's
Splatoon
fun.
totally won that one.
Oh, yeah.
But nonetheless, I'm with you on Journey. But yeah, no, I mean that's the thing is like I think this is the one for sure.
Cuphead is very good, but
Cuphead's very good.
Nier, I think, is.
I think,
also
I think Cuphead's a close number 2.
Yeah, I don't think Nier is blowing it out of the water.
No, I don't
I
think
think
so.
there's an argument to be made, but I think this year
That's
Nier
my
might take it.
personal feeling. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of what makes Nier good is the nuance of it, and I appreciate that hearing it from you guys. But as someone who doesn't play a lot of JRPGs, it felt like pretty JRPG music, I guess.
Okay.
But that's my thing, and I totally get where y'all are coming from.
All right.
I've played a lot of JRPGs, and this is a cut above just about everything
Alrighty.
for me.
I think y'all would probably know better.
All right. Nier Automata is the best music of the year. Cuphead and Persona 5, also pretty good music.
I mean that's such a good top 3.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. Best multiplayer was PUBG, Destiny 2, and Tekken 7.
Right.
EA presents The Hottest Mess
Oh.
for
boy.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, also the Visceral Games shutdown, and the Mass Effect Andromeda launch.
Yikes.
The trifecta again.
Double hat trick.
Best surprise was also PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The Mummy Demastered and Sonic Mania, also pretty surprising. All right, that's it for the categories for what day was this?
2.
Two.
We finished day 2.
Day 2. It's in the
We're
books.
making great time, guys.
Been here for 3 weeks, Ben.
Yeah, right.
My life.
My dog.
Now you know why you guys have to be out here for 2 weeks to get this done. All right. Well, we got 3 more days left in the week, which means a bunch more categories and a bunch of other stuff going on the site. Guest top 10s and
Yeah.
all sorts
Our
of
top
stuff.
10s
Yes, our
and-
top 10s and videos and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
What a year.
What a year.
What a year.
What a season it's been.
It's the reason
All right.
for the season.
Mm-hmm.
See you tomorrow.